世界の
Are you ready, kids?
Aye, aye, Captain!
I can't hear you!
Aye, aye, Captain!
Oh!
So good day everyone. We are here to discuss the topic about phylum Cnidaria. Phylum Cnidarian is derived from the Greek root word "cnide", means knitted or palaging galit, matapang, and aria means like, connected with. It includes soft-bodied, stinging animals such as corals, sea anemones, and jellyfish. Phylum Cnidarian contains over 10,000 species with the fossil records dating back 580 million years. It is named after their unique cells called cnidocytes, which contains nematocysts. These organisms are known for their ability to sting most vegetable true jellyfish. Unlike electricity, cnidarians do not electrocute. Instead, they are discharged venom filled with harpoons when a cnidocyte, a specialized trigger, is active, allowing them to capture prey efficiently. Nematocysts contains cold thread that may bear barbs. The outer wall of the cell has hair-like projection called cnidocells, which are sensitive to touch. Gaya nga nasabi ko kanina, sa cnidocells nag-start, nagtitrigger, so that naglalabas po ng venom. When are sensitive to touch. When touched, the cells are known to fire coiled threads that can either penetrate the flesh of the prey or predators of cnidarian or insert it. Phylum Cnidarian has two distinct morphological body. This is the polyp or the stalk and the medusa or bell. Let's talk about the medusa forms. Are motile with the mouth and tentacles hanging down from an umbrella-shaped bell. Ito yung commonly known, nakikita siya talaga sa mga jellyfish like medusa, free-floating mouth down, kaya ng mga crown jellyfish. Let's talk about the polyps form. Are sessile as adult with a single opening to the digestive system, the mouth, facing off with tentacles surrounding it. An example of the polyp form is in the Hydra spp. Perhaps the most well-known metazoid animals are the jellies or jellyfish. Yung Hydra is example po siya ng sa hydrozoa o mamaya makikita niyo po doon kung ano po yung hydrozoa. Some cnidarian are polymorphic. That is, they have two body plans during their life cycle. Example po nito is yung life cycle ng Abelia. The sessile polyps form has in fact two types of polyps shown in picture. The first is the gasterozoid, which is adapt for capturing prey, feeding. The other type of polyps is the gonozoid, adapt for asexual budding of medusa. Let's talk about the reproduction and life cycle of Phylum Cnidarian. Phylum Cnidarian or cnidarians, sexual and asexual reproduction. Cnidarians can reproduce both sexually and asexually. They have two, the alternation of generation. Many cnidarians have a complex life cycle involves the alternation of polyps and medusa stage. From the egg to the planola, to the polyp with buds, to the immature medusa, and to the adult medusa. Second is the external fertilization. Sexual reproduction often involves external fertilization, where eggs and sperm are released into water. Example of this is the life cycle of Abelia. The male medusa makes sperms, where the female medusa make eggs. After fertilization, they develop oocygotes into a blastola, which develop into a planola larva. The larva is free swimming for a while, but eventually attached, and new colonial reproductive polyps is formed. Cnidarians are diploblasts, which means they have two unique germ cells, the gastodermis and the epidermis. The outer layer from ectoderm is called the epidermis, and the line outside of the animals where the inner layer from endoderm is called the gastoderm and lines the digestive cavity. Between the two membrane layer is non-living jelly-like mesoglea connective layer. Cnidarians have a hydrozoic skeleton. A hydrozoic skeleton is a type of internal skeleton that provides support and shape to an organism through the pressure of fluid, in this case water. The hydrozoic skeleton allows Cnidarian to move and change shape by contracting and relaxing the muscle and their body wall. Cnidarians, like jellyfish and sea anemones, have a hydrozoic skeleton made of water-filled. They are called the mesoglea, the middle of gastrodermis and the epidermis, which provides support for many cnidarians, basically a pressurized water skeleton, kind of like a filled water balloon. Cnidarians have no organs or organ system. Wala po silang organ system. Now, let's talk about the feeding behavior of cnidarians. Cnidarians are carnivores feeding on a variety of marine organism. Ito yung mga cnidarians na kumakain sila ng mga kapwa nila cnidarians, kapwa nila mga marine life. Stinging cells. They use their stinging cells called nematocysts to capture and immobilize prey. Example na dito is yung mga jellyfish na kumakain gamit yung mga sting nila. Filter feeding. Some cnidarians such as certain jellyfish and are filtered feeders, capturing planktons and other small particles from the water. Now, let's talk about the classification of cnidarians. We have 4 classification of cnidarians: the Anthozoa, Scyphozoa, Cobozoa, and Hydrozoa. Now, here is my group mates to explain to you what is Anthozoa, Scyphozoa, Cobozoa, and Hydrozoa.
Anthozoans are flower animals, are all polyforms, which means a body shape like a hollow cylinder or a bag that closes at the top. It can be divided into 2 types: hexacoralia or sea anemones and hard corals, and octocoralia or soft corals. Ang unang types naman po ng class Anthozoa is hexacoralians that exhibit a 6-fold symmetry. Ibig sabihin, sila po ay pwedeng i-rotate ng 60 or 120 degrees without changing its appearance. Hindi nagbabago yung itsura kahit inikot-ikot. Hexacoralians lacking medusa stage. The medusa jellyfish stage is the sexual phase of the life cycle and include a crucial reef builders like stony corals, which form a calcareous structures vital for coral reef ecosystems. In contrast, octocoralians characterized by their 8 tentacles from diverse colonies. Sea anemones are notable for their mutualistic relationship with sea anemone fish or clownfish, benefiting both species. Ibig sabihin yung clownfish po, nagbe-benefit siya na nakatira siya doon sa anemones, then yung anemones nagbibigay siya ng tirahan doon sa clownfish. Body forms. Class Anthozoa, which includes coral and sea anemones, exists only in the polyp form, which means the polyp form has a body shaped like a hollow cylinder or a bag that opens and closes at the top. Reproduction and life cycles remain polyploid throughout their lives. They can reproduce asexually by budding or fragmentation, or sexually by producing gametes. Both gametes are produced by the polyp, which can fuse to give rise to a free-swimming glanula larvae. Ibig sabihin naman po nun, ang mga anthozoa ay buong buhay silang polyploid. Then, nagpo-produce sila ng sarili nilang sperm and hindi sila nagkakaroon ng sexually transmission. Kaya ibig sabihin po na naniniti sila sa kanilang polyp form. Pwede po silang magparami ng walang sex sa pamamagitan ng pag-create or pag-produce nila ng kanilang sariling gametes without the form of sex. Habitat. Anthozoans are found in intertidal zone to deep ocean trenches in warm and warm cold waters. Isabihin naman po yung mga anthozoa na sa intertidal zone. Isabihin na sila sa may coral reefs na malapit na medyo mababaw at sa malalim at nakita rin po sa malalalim na trench. Feeding behavior. Anthozoans are carnivorous using their tentacles to capture prey. Many rely on photosynthetic single-celled algae within their tissues to meet their energy needs. Yung mga anthozoan daw po is carnivorous, ginagamit nila ang kanilang mga calamine sa paghuli ng biktima. Karamihan naman po sa kanila is umaasa po sa photosynthetic single-celled algae sa kanilang mga tissue na nagpo-produce po ng kanilang energy na kanilang ginagamit. Ang skeletal composition naman po ng class Anthozoa, they have no internal skeleton but meron po silang external skeleton yung mga coral.
So the next is Zypozoa. Zypozoa or true jellyfish typically range in size but can grow significantly larger, such as the lion's mane jellyfish. It comes from the Greek word skypos, denoting a kind of drinking cup and alluding to the cup shape of the organism. Zypozoans have existed from the earliest Cambrian to the present. So, at this part, Zypozoa o tinatawag na true jellyfish ay isa sa mga uri ng jellyfish na kayang lumaki pa kumpara sa normal na size. Ito rin yung in another term, tinatawag siyang giant jellyfish. And sa Greek word niya naman po, tinatawag din siyang skypos. Inihahan tulad siya sa isang drinking cup na nakikita natin o ginagamit natin sa pang-araw-araw. So, ang Zypozoans daw ay nagsimula noong earliest Cambrian to the present. So, ayun nga po, sinasabi dyan. Ito yung mas nauna po sa mga nauna pa noon. So, the next is ang kanyang body form. Sa body forms naman po, they have blind sac body plan, while umbrella-like free-swimming medusa form is dominant piece of life. So, dyan sa kanyang picture, makikita po na ang kanyang hugis ay parang isang payong na ginagamit din natin lalo na kapag tag-ulan o di kaya mainit. So, ito nga po ang kanyang iba't ibang parte. Nauuna yung radical canal, sumunod ang gastrodermis, sumunod naman po ang gastrovascular cavity, And sumunod sa gastroesophageal cavity is epidermis, sunod ay mesoglus. At ang kanyang pinakagitna naman po ay mouth or anus. Sa part naman po yan yung kanyang tinatawag na dyan siya kumakain at dyan niya rin po nilalabas ang kanyang mga kinakain. Then yung sa kanyang ibabang parte naman po ay tinatawag na nematocyst bringing tentacles. So, ayan po, yung kanyang maliliit na tentacles. Andyan ang kanyang makamandag na parte. Andyan yung kapag nasagi ka talagang literal na makate. Then, sumunod naman po is kanyang reproduction and life cycle. So, complex life cycle involving both sexual and asexual reproduction, alternation of the generations between phylloc and medusa stages. So, at this part, sa kanyang reproduction and life cycle ay ito yung komplikadong parte ng kanilang pagbabagong anyo dahil parehas ang sexual and asexual ay nag-iiba at mayroong part na ang kanilang generation ay maaaring maging komplikado dahil ang sitwasyon nga nila ay kagaya ng kumbaga yung generation nila ay pinapagitnaan ng phylloc and medusa stage. So, ayan po sila, kanilang reproduction ay makikita natin naman na talagang pahirapan muna mabuo. So, sa kanilang habitat preference naman, Cephalozoans live in all oceans, from the Arctic to tropical waters. Some inhabit the deep sea, but most live near the coastal waters. So, ang mga Cephalozoans daw po ay kayang mamuhayan sa pinakamalalim na parte ng dagat, gaya ng Arctic to tropical waters. So, ang iba naman sa kanila ay kayang mabuhay sa itabing dagat o sa mababaw na parte ng dagat. And then lastly, sa kanilang feeding behavior. Cephalozoans, like all cnidarians, are all carnivores, and some are filter feeders. Many smaller jellies feed on food particles dropped from the water, while larger ones prey on fishes or swimming invertebrates. So, sa kanilang feeding behavior naman po, ang estilo naman po nila ay sinasabi dito, ang karamihan sa kanila po ay carnivores. So, ang maliliit naman na jellyfish po ay namumuhayan sa pamamagitan ng pagkain ng mga natrap sa bawat parte ng dagat. So, ang mga malalaki naman po ay namumuhayan naman at tinatarget nila ang mga isda. So, dahil nga po may kalakihan sila, hindi kagaya ng maliliit na, ang maliliit ay kaya lang naman nila yung mga kasing size nila o mga natrap. Ang mga jellyfish naman ay meron ding kakayahan na mangain ng isda, kagaya na lamang nung malalaki. Kagaya nung sa unang part ay yung true jellyfish. Yun yung isa sa mga jellyfish na talagang may kayang kumain ng mga isda, hindi kagaya ng ibang uri ng jellyfish na may kaliitan.
Cubozoa. Cubozoa, box jellyfish are cnidarian invertebrates distinguished by their box-like body. Some species of box jellyfish produce potent venom delivered by contact with their tentacles. Cubozoa, also known as box jellyfish, was recognized by their cross-section at naiba sa Scriptozoan because of their advanced morphology and powerful swimming capabilities. Ito'y nagtataglay ng unique nervous system with rupala housing multiple sophisticated sensory organs including complex eyes. Body forms. It includes jellies that have a box-shaped medusa, a bell that is square in cross-section. Hence, they are quality known as box jellies. These species may achieve sizes of 15 to 25 centimeters. So, like what I said, Cubozoan is also known as box jellyfish, and they achieve sizes of 15 to 25 centimeters. Reproduction and life cycle. Complex life cycle involving with both sexual and asexual reproduction, alternation of generation between polyp and medusa stages. Their life cycle starts with fertilized zygote developing into a creeping polyp, eventually producing medusae. While sila ay kilala sa kanilang mga painful sting, kasama na dito ang mga species katulad ng Chironix piqueri. They are not as eventually deadly katulad ng inaakala ng karamihan sa mga tusok nito. Ito lamang ay nagdudulot ng mild na sakit. Habitats. They have been spotted in nearshore habitats such as mangroves, corals, kelp forests, and sandy beaches. Feeding behavior. They are carnivorous or active predator. They use tentacles with stinging cells, nematocysts, to capture prey. Cubozoa or box jellyfish are carnivorous and active predators. So, ginagamit nila yung kanilang tentacles with sting cells para makakuha ng kanilang pagkain. These are the example of Cubozoa. Caribia siditis, Chiropsalmus quadrigatus.
Hydrozoa. It includes both solitary and colonial, often small predatory polyps. They inhabit marine and freshwater environments exemplified by the common hydra. Skeletal composition. They have no internal skeleton, but some have a gelatinous jellyfish body. Body forms. Most hydrozoan medusae have just 4 tentacles, although a number of exceptions exist. Stinging cells are found on the tentacles and around the mouth. They spend part of their life as jellyfish, which are hard to disguise from Scyphozoan jellyfish. Reproductions and life cycle. Hydrozoans are mostly broadcast spawner, and some species only sperm is shed and eggs are retained on the pharynx. Egg release sperm attracting compound. Habitats. Most hydrozoan are marine, and hydrozoan species are found in nearly every marine habitat type, like a very few species live in freshwater. Most hydrozoan form colonies of asexual polyps and free-swimming sexual medusae. So we continue about feeding behavior of hydrozoan. First, filter feeding. So what is filter feeding? Filter feeding is a method with small food particles are filtered from the surrounding water by Barrow's mechanism. Second, tentacle first foraging. So what is tentacle first foraging? It is effective for capturing large fast-moving prey. Symbiotic species specialize in their feeding behavior, such as feeding on bryozoan tentacles or sturgeon eggs. Siphonophores. So what is siphonophores? Siphonophores abundant in diverse gelatinous predators and often ocean ecosystem. Formation of forest occurs only where food availability supports their development.
So here is the example of hydrozoan.
Hydrozoa as immortal jellyfish. Hydrozoa Portuguese man o war.
So that after my 4 classmates talk about the 4 classification of phylum Cnidarians, let's talk about the ecological rules of Cnidarians. Number 1, predators and prey. Predators, cnidarians such as jellyfish, sea anemones use their sting cells to capture prey, including small fish, crustacean, planktons. This help regulate population of their organism. Prey, while they are predators, cnidarians themselves serves as food for various marine animals, including sea turtles, seabirds, and some fish. This contributes to the overall food web. Second, habitat and shelter. Coral reefs. Corals, a type of cnidarians, build massive structure known as coral reefs. These reefs provides complex habitats for a wide variety of marine organisms, includes fish, invertebrates, and algae. Sea anemones. Sea anemones often form symbiotic relationship with other animals such as clownfish. The anemones provides shelter and protection, while the clownfish help to defend the anemones from predator. Third is the nutrient cycling, decomposition. When cnidarians die, their bodies decomposition releasing nutrients into the water column. These nutrients are essential for the growth of marine plants and algae, which form the base of the marine food chain. Number 4 is carbon fixation. Coral reefs, coral that contain symbiotic algae, zooxanthellae contribute to carbon fixation. The algae photosynthesis, capturing carbon dioxide from the atmosphere and producing organic matter. This helps to regulate the Earth's climate. Number 5, the indicator species. Water quality. Some cnidarians, particularly corals, are sensitive to touch in water quality, such as pollution, the temperature. Their health can be used as an indicator of overall health of marine ecosystem. In conclusion, cnidarians play vital roles in marine ecosystem, serving as both predators and prey, providing habitat and shelter, contributing to nutrient cycling and carbon fixation, in acting as an indicator species of water quality. This presence is essential for maintaining the balance of biodiversity of marine environment. And that's all for our report. Thank you for listening.
Te manulele, tatakie.